All right. Hi, everyone. This is Nick Martin, and this is my second user test for Plantastic, the event planning application that Team One built. I have with me my friend Leandro, who has volunteered to be my second test subject. Hi, Leandro.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Good, good. Thanks so much for being here and doing this with me. I really appreciate it. Um, why don't let's start by telling us a little bit about yourself. What do you do and all that kind of stuff?
Okay, so I work as a UX designer in Cision PR Newswire, which is a media company, and I'm usually behind the wireframes, the information architecture, also the user testing.
Oh,
So I kind of know how this works. I've been here
awesome.
before, so I don't feel. I mean, it's my first time seeing Plantastic, but I've been in another moderated tests before.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah. So just yeah, I'm looking forward to you just completely ripping this up. Just tear it all down. If it's completely terrible, don't be afraid to tell me. No, but yeah, in all seriousness, as we're going through it, kind of how this is going to work is, I'll give you a handful of tasks to complete, and you'll, navigate around and feel free to, give me your feedback about anything and everything. Think out loud, talk about your process, what's good, what's bad, and so on and so forth. I guess another thing I should mention is that, since it's not an actual website, of course, it's just a prototype, most elements are clickable. Not everything is accessible, and you probably have experience with that. And as you go through, you'll notice like some states have already been completed. Like you'll come to a page and you'll see that the search has already been done, like just stuff like that. So
Perfect.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool. So first things first, without, even clicking around on anything yet, can you kind of give me like your thoughts on the landing page? Like, how does this strike you? Just kind of what you think about it and what you expect moving forward.
Yeah. So I land in here. I don't know. I mean, and I'm going to describe what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just landing in a signing page in which I can either log in with a existing account or I can create a new one. I don't see a lot of context here about what Plantastic is or what it's for, but I assume based on the background image that is something related to events. I see a concert there and people holding their phones, so I wonder if once I get here, I'm going to be able to share these events that I attend to with my friends, and we can be all connected. That's my assumption based on the phones holding in the background. And yeah, based on the lights and stuff, I can see that Plantastic is about making plants, and it's not about plants.
Okay. Nice. So yeah, kind of like the majority of the context you're like getting from the background image itself.
Yes, okay. I'm assuming that I'm here because I already know what Plantastic is.
Right.
I see that there's an about and a contact link, but if I wanted to know what Plantastic is, I would probably go to a homepage or a main hub where I can see what the things are before I actually contact a person from this website.
Okay, nice. Cool. Great. So what we'll do next is we'll get started with the tasks. The first task I'm going to give you is going to be a sort of new user / new event task. So the idea is that you're visiting the site for the first time, having seen that several of your friends like it on Facebook. You are planning your first rock show at a small venue on Broadway. The show is on February 2nd, 2018. You want to create an account so that you can save your progress as you explore the site. Create a new account and explore the dashboard.
Perfect. Okay. So the first thing I would do landing in this page And again, assuming that I know what Plantastic is, I would just click on the new member sign in link below the login page. Okay. What I see here is that when I clicked on the link in the previous page, it says sign in, and here it says sign up. And that is something that I might just, probably because English is not my native language, I can see that, not deceiving, but I can see that this is, I'm not sure if this is where I want it to be, but since I see that there's a sign up here and I use websites on a regular basis, I would just complete all the steps. And it's clickable, but yeah, I would just input my name, then my email, and I really like the whole thing of the password verify, because that means that I'm going to be really conscious of what I type. I don't see any hints on, what are the allowed characters that I can use, if it's numbers or just letters, or what is the minimum or maximum. So I would just go with a generic password, like an 8-character password. Easy for me to remember.
Nice.
And then after going through this too, I would just click on sign up. And here I am. I'm Michael Sanders. And should I describe what I see here?
Feel free to, poke around. And
Okay. So, I mean, this is just, I don't know, maybe a personal thing, but since this is the first time I'm creating an account, I'm not sure if the things are pre-populated things by the system or what are the suggestions based on, because the only information that Plantastic has for me so far is just my name and my email. So I'm assuming that there's an activity log that I would know who created these activities, because it's my first time here. And I would be probably, I would think, okay, I can see some events here that are going on, and I don't know who created this, or if they're, or if someone is recommending these events to me based on something. If it's location, if it's because my friends are attending to these events. So that'll be my take on this. But I'm here to create a new event. So I would say that the call to action is really clear. And even though I can see many links in the screen, like in the activities, and I have the view link in the links to see the blogger party and anniversary, and I can also click on the dates, but I would definitely go to new event.
Nice.
I'm not sure what this picture is here on the left, but probably if there was an interactive thing, I would try to click it and see what pops out of it. Just
kind of like testing it out.
Yeah. Nice. I would like to click here and there. Definitely I would click on these events down here below if I want to see them more. The activities I'm not very interested in, especially because it's my first time. But I would click new event, and I wanted to create a event for...
you're on the right track. So after you get your bearings kind of in the dashboard, you're going to create a new event. Again, your show is in 2 weeks on a Saturday. And you're on the right track.
So I like the this is very clear to me what I need to do here. I'm assuming, based on, I created events before in Facebook and stuff, and this is a little bit less complicated, I would say, than Facebook. This looks like something I can just quickly create my event and then fill in the details later on, but I can have my event just out as soon as possible.
Quickly, right?
Exactly. Same thing. yeah, I feel this makes me feel that I can just create an event and type it really quick and just save, and then I can add the images and more information about it on a later stage.
Okay.
Yeah, so it would be 2 weeks from now. So that would be Saturday. This is just me on a personal note.
Sure.
Sometimes I tend to create events for my friends that are in Argentina, and I would like to know sometimes when it's the start time and end time, if it's going to be the start time of Colorado or the start or end time of Buenos Aires, for example.
Yes, having like a time zone like indicator. Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Absolutely.
So yeah, I have no images with me. I would just type the name of the event.
Okay.
Click on the date. Then I'll do start and end time. I would probably I care about start time more than anything. End time, I don't care that much. Yeah. So if this comes pre-populated, that would be great for me.
Yes, maybe if it were like an optional feature, because I guess I've seen that sometimes where it's like, it's like, do you need to specify an end time?
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, and then that like appears or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I create events on the calendar and stuff, and I think that it's always easier for me. You always know when it's your start at time,
right?
But the end time is, I don't know. Sometimes your event can extend or something.
Yeah, it's flexible. Sure. Okay.
So we'll do all this and click save, and here I am. So I had to create an.
Yeah. No, that was exactly right. Good job. You completed task number 1. Yeah. So essentially, kind of what we're looking at is if you had created the event, now you're in like a deeper level, I guess, right? Looking at it. Which actually brings us to task 2, which we could just jump right into. So task 2 is locating the perfect caterer or vendor. So you've already created this event previously, but you have to select a caterer or food vendor for it. You're looking for something very specific since this is a themed event. I'll let you decide the theme, but you need to find a caterer or vendor that is suitable to that theme. So think about how you would make that easy. As you're doing your search, create a list of potential favorites that you will later review and narrow down.
Okay. So what I'm seeing here is the details of this event that I created called Blogger Party. And the first thing that caught my attention here, it's definitely the map. Though, I'm assuming this just my assumption that the event is going on is this big blue dot, and whatever I'm selecting here, it's gonna show me. It's gonna be the other dots, and it's gonna show me how far they are from the main event. And I can see
That's
that there's
a really good idea. I like that.
I can see that there's a line also. Connecting the dots, which for me sounds like the commute, and then you can probably craft a plan. Like I'm gonna, I don't know, pick a cake first, and then I'm gonna go and get the the napkins.
Okay.
And this looks to me like you can plan. If you're an event planner, you can plan your day based on what you do. That would be my assumption.
Okay, nice.
So.
That's definitely like the element that calls your attention the most.
Definitely. Probably because of the dot, and probably because it's I see it's like the only part of the page in which it's kind of clear, right, and kind of declutter or very on point. What I see on the left and the right, and even here, is a lot of results and filters. So if I want to look for a venue, here it is selected. This, where I would just expect to be. And then here I can just refine it a little bit more. So I would start by narrowing here, and I'm assuming that just by clicking venue, I'm gonna have a list of results here, so I can do the search if I'm interested in a very specific one, very specific place, and if not, I would just see what this list has for me, and I would just scroll indefinitely. Assuming, just that I was looking for Beatrice and Woodsley, I would click here, and now I think my whole story changes because I'm not sure which one's Beatrice and Woodsley.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I see.
Because I'm not sure if the blue dot is not Beatrice and Woodsley, or if it's going to be where the blogger party is at.
Right.
It's clear for me though that I want to add this as favorites just by clicking the star, and then I will find it here. I would probably expect, I don't know, some sort of correlation. Now I can see it, that there's the same color, this kind of aqua color. It's here. It's in the first column. It's in the second, and there's that aqua color here.
Okay.
So yeah, and well, I would add to favorites.
Okay. All right. Nice. So if you were, assuming like that this was our venue for the event, and you favorited a venue, but you wanted to find someone that was going to serve food at the event, where would you go for that?
I would clearly go no doubts. I will just go for search.
Okay.
And that would be my first guess. And I would just type, for example, cocktails or food. I would just type for food. I do get the feeling that if I cannot find it here, or if the search results isn't catered to what I'm looking, or if there are too many results, then I can start playing with the filters to narrow down. But I would just go with the organic search and expecting like the system is gonna give me my best, their best option. I don't know whether if it's because it's highly rated or because people use it a lot.
Okay, nice. All right. Well, do me a favor, assuming you wanted to narrow down your search a little bit more, go ahead and click on catering and vendors and see where that takes you.
Okay. All right. So 3 tomatoes, catering. I'm assuming this is the one I'm looking for.
Right. Yeah. This is like one of those completed states.
Yeah.
Simulated.
Yeah. Okay. First thing that I see here is that I would expect to have the map here, and instead of that, I'm seeing just a picture of food.
Okay.
So that would be my first. I wouldn't know what's the difference between. I was seeing a map, and now I see food, and I think it was interesting for me to see the map of the three tomatoes. Or if they had pictures, I would like to see them somewhere else, because I was expecting a map there to happen.
Right. So there's like a little inconsistency between those two.
Yeah, it's not what I was expecting to find, I would say.
Sure.
But I think it's great to have pictures, because that way you can just see, and you can see more about the menu. And I like that they have the link here. I'll definitely not call them until I'm very sure that this is the kind of
that's
venue that I'm looking for.
But you might like check out the website, of course.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the menu here, that is really interesting. Email result, I wouldn't know what that means. I don't know. I just also, I see share with contacts, in which, if I'm planning this with someone else, I can just say, check this place, add to contacts list. I don't know. That sounds kind of conflicting with the favorite to me.
Right.
Because for me, I would just start the thing, but I wouldn't add to contact list.
Yeah, like maybe, these can kind of be like confusing in a way. Like
I see, for me, they seem like those two are both two ways of bookmarking this place. and I would just bookmark it with a star and then always go to favorites.
Okay.
And boom.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, and I think you make a good point about email result. I think that's something we probably included like early on in it, but like I think later we actually had to share with contacts in the contacts list. If they're not a saved contact, you can email it to someone from there. So yeah, that might be a little extraneous, maybe especially on this screen, right? Because it's like too much or something.
And I understand the whole thing of email result, but I would probably expect to see a export or share label rather than email
result, right?
And it will tell me, okay, export or share, and share via email or share via Facebook message or like what you get on the phone when you share an article. You can send us a message or
something a little more kind of like that universal like sharing kind of options, right? Because that's a little more intuitive naturally.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. Great. Cool. Well, my last question then for this task, you're in the catering vendors section, right? And you're in a state where 3 tomatoes is selected. Again, if you were looking for something still more specific, right, you could use the search feature like you were talking about. Is there anything else on this page that you think might help you do that?
More specific, do you mean if I want to...
Like, let's say you wanted like Italian food specifically.
Okay. I see the filters button here, up here. I'll click it and see what happens. Okay. Perfect. I mean, this is what I was expecting to happen, that you get filters. Though, since my filters were here all the time, because when I saw the filters for the first time, I thought that there were filters within the 3 tomatoes catering. I know it sounds weird.
No,
like I wouldn't like to, filter within the 3 tomatoes catering. At all.
Oh, right.
I mean, unless I know you can do some weird, like you can filter down the menu.
Right.
That sounds like
curate
way
your own
too
menu.
Right.
That probably costs a lot of money.
This is great. I mean, I think it's great, the whole thing that you can keep narrowing down the things. But I think that the placement, I would just expect the filters to be in my filter bar. I would call this filter bar. In my mind.
Okay. No, that's awesome. That's great. Nice. Okay. Sweet. Great feedback. On to task number 3. So the next task is you're going to make a note. So what you've been doing, you've been working on planning an event already, kind of like we've been going through, and you've saved some potential vendors as favorites. So you've done your search and saved some things. So what you'll want to do is you just found out, sorry, I was like reading the wrong spot. You just found out some new information about one of the potential florists that would be helpful to remember later. Use the application to make a note about the florist. Save the note after you've written it.
Okay. So I got information about the florist that it's not, that information is not in this website.
Correct. Yeah, it wasn't included.
Someone told me, a friend told me, hey, you should check this
Or maybe
place.
You like linked out to the website or something and you learned something that you wanted to keep in here, for example.
Okay. So if I wanted to keep it in Blogger Party, I would probably not go back to the dashboard.
Right. Yeah.
I would just stay in the screen.
Right.
And to add the note, I would probably go to somewhere in additional tools. So I see contacts list, and this is not what I need. To-do list, it's probably if I'm already organizing the thing. Photo organize, I would go to documents. That would be my guess. Because it would be a text or something that I want to write about it.
Sure.
So if I want to take notes, I would just go into a new document. Yeah, because yeah, I'm not gonna have PDF, and especially if it's a friend that told me something.
Right, sure.
I would just click new document. And I'm assuming that here you can just type. You can start typing, and it's like a composer.
That would be nice.
For me, it was just, for me, this is just, I don't know, if I have to take a quick note, I wouldn't care much about the colors or the body font or a header font. It would be more like a sticky note, quick and easy. Check this website, boom.
Right.
But now that I see it here, what I see is that they seem to be legal documents, because I see consent legal or RFP, photo release, and it's like, okay, this is too complicated for what I want to do. I don't want to do anything legal. So I would probably go to my to-do list. And I can see that I can create a list of items, and these items have sections. But if I still want to add a venue, this is not where I want to be. So I will go back to venue and see if there's an option here for me that says add venue. But I don't see an add venue. And at this point, I'm a little frustrated because there was no quick and easy add venue. Probably the next step, I would go to favorites. And then I see, okay, I can see now that I can edit the notes of the venues that I previously saved. I'm assuming that these are my favorites from searching before,
right?
But not for a new one.
I always knew you liked Applebee's, so.
Yeah, so there's no new one. There's no new venue. Add new venue. I don't see add new venue anywhere.
Okay.
But I can see that you can edit the notes. And if it's Applebee's, I would just click on edit notes. And this is what I'm looking for. Right. Just text, plain
just
text.
That quick, like sticky note kind of thing you're talking about. Okay.
This is great. They look like personal notes to me. They don't look like you can share this with anybody.
Right. Yeah.
I can save them, I can delete them, but I cannot just say, okay, hey, this and that, and share with someone.
Okay.
So I would just type something, save, and then what I don't see here is like if I already have notes from if I already created notes.
Okay. Right.
Like there's no indication. So this all looks like there are no notes. But I would like to have a quick access to my previous notes.
Right.
Right,
like some kind of like indicator that there was like a note written.
Yeah.
Like a little icon or something.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Nice. All right. Great.
That took me a while.
So I was getting the sense that it wasn't entirely intuitive, like how to like quickly apply something to like apply a sticky note type of thing to something that was previously saved. I think like documents was maybe a little distracting. Like you felt like that was the first place you would go. Note, but then like, you got the sense that these are like legal, very formal kind of things. So okay. That's great. All right. So for your last and final task, you just need to create an email invite for this event, for this blogger party that you've been doing. So you have this upcoming event, right? You need to invite all of these high-end bloggers to your event. So what you'll want to do is basically you've done the rest of the details. You've got your venue, your food vendor. Now you just need to design an email invitation for that. And so go ahead and create a custom email invite and send it to your list of contacts.
Right. Well, that one's clear to me. It's here.
Right.
It's the email invite. It does look, I do, I don't know. I'll click and figure out what's going to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm seeing, that I can just customize the body of my email. So that's probably great. I don't see any branding though. So I don't know if I have a logo or something.
Sure.
I don't think I can add my logo. These are pretty fine templates. And also, I can see the herbal bouquet theme, but I would also like to have the plain email.
Okay.
Because I'm probably snob or really boring, or I don't find the mood.
Right.
Like I don't know. Like I don't feel like sending pictures of. I don't know. For me, an email could be just plain text.
Right. Sure. Like so you could have like a standard format or something like that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And probably the first thing I want to do is just start typing, and then probably play with the colors and stuff. I mean, I'm assuming that my text, I probably would start my email text somewhere else on a notepad or somewhere.
Okay.
And then copy and paste it
and
here.
Just paste it in.
So I don't see.
You would expect to like click directly on here. And,
I would just click on this postcard image here and start typing. Okay. But I can see that there's enter and edit details. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Though, I want to make clear the first thing I would do is just start typing and then play around with
that would be
styles.
like your intuition, like, okay, nice.
So I'll go to, enter, edit details. I'm seeing here, that this is my event that I was checking up there, blogger party, the date, time seemed to be all right. Now I'm wondering what happens, like if I change the date and time here, will it change globally in the event?
Like when you're on the calendar in the time area? Okay.
Or is this going to be only for the email?
Good point.
So that would be my doubt that I have about that. Okay. Venue, I like this. The other one, I mean, I can see that, for example, event name, I want to change it. I can just click here and change it. This one, the same. The venue, I don't know, because this looks like a text input for me. So this indicates that I can potentially change the name of the menu. Okay. The venue, and that is tricky. I don't know, probably Beatrice and Woodsley, they wouldn't be like super thrilled that I get to change their name. Right. Or, if I want to say, hey, no, I actually want to go back and change the venue. Right. It's like, oh, okay, I'm going to have to close out, go to venue. There's no like quick edit from there.
Okay. Okay. So like being able to have that functionality where you can make those changes here, and those changes would be global throughout the rest of the event.
Yeah,
like that would probably be nice.
Because I don't want to have an email send with wrong information, or in my website says, like in my app it says that it's going to be at 3, but in the email says that it's going to be at 4. Right. Or if it's here, just make sure that it doesn't look like it's editable.
Right. And that's a really good point, because I think I can see the potential for that becoming confusing, not only for you, but if you're like sharing certain details with like, internal team members, or like, well, the invite said 4, but in the event application it says 3. Like, that could be a lot of confusion really quickly. Okay. Yeah, great point.
Nice. And I can see plain text here for the comments. That's great. Subject line. I would like to have something pre-populated here. Okay. Or I'm not sure, like, can I send it without a subject line? That it's not clear to me. Like, if I leave this empty, because everything is populated here, but it's not in here, which makes me think, okay, I can send this without subject line. Okay. And sometimes, I don't know, I would just trust the app, like creating, I don't know, Leandro invited you to blogger party. Okay. And that would be just the custom, like the predefined, pre-populated thing for me. Nice. Add RSVP button. I like that. I do like that. The RSVP by, that's a good one too. I'm assuming this is the date and the year or the time. I mean, it's not clear what the drop downs
those would
are.
be for. Okay, sure.
They don't say if it's like time and date. I mean, of course, it's for based on the width. I would say date and time, but also can be, I don't know, anything.
Right.
Minutes and hours. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I would like to have something here which says
like next half moon.
Yeah, or that automatically I can have a checkbox that says calculate 2 days before the thing.
Oh, okay.
Because I wonder what happens if I put RSVP by and I go October 18th.
Oh, right.
Is it gonna let me? Probably not.
Right. Yeah. Like, would there be like, oh, you're?
But I'm being here.
No. That's a good point. Yeah. No, I think it's. Yeah, I mean, like if it like the application recognizes what day the event is, and like you said, calculate 2 days before, then that you're doing something right, I guess.
Yeah, like a quick link, like a week before, right, or something like that. I don't know. It's not a big deal.
But I think you're making a lot of good points, like where you're kind of like accounting for potential user error, like with people doing it, and like just these opportunities for things to be less confusing.
Perhaps. Yeah, I always find it very frustrating for me to say, okay, let's do something 2 weeks from now, and then you have to. This is so lazy, but that you have to calculate what's going to be the thing. I would like to have, a button that says 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
And it will just do the calendar math.
Right.
For you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, what are computers good for otherwise, right? No, that's really, I like that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, probably here the title, I would be expecting here to see blogger party.
Okay. Instead of the name.
This is minimal, but yeah, because I can potentially, not that I'm going to have an event called Herbal Bouquet, but I would just see blogger party details.
Right. Oh, sure. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now click save. That's super clear to me. Oh, and it's here. I can see a preview. I really like this, that you can actually see the preview of how it's going to look.
Yeah, I took very great care designing this slide, so it makes me happy that you like it.
I can see, okay, so this for me, interesting, because I created that. I put save, but now it's telling me to send it to contacts. And I was expecting probably as a step 2 that I would like if it was a wizard. So step 1 is design, step 2 is add your contacts. But I came back here.
Oh, okay.
And now it's like, okay, I can go back. I can save for later. And this one, send to contacts and enter and edit details. Yeah, they both have the same prominence to me. So I might think, okay, did I do something wrong? Do I want to double check? And that for me is time wasted. Okay. I was like, I want to get this out of here as soon as possible.
Right, yeah. Right.
So, yeah, and I don't know why, but I assumed that I would click save and the thing would just send.
It would send
to
it out.
Contacts.
Okay.
I don't know why, because I didn't select any contacts. But I would, next step, I would go to send to contacts. And I will click a bunch. I don't know if they're clickable, but I will go for the checkboxes. I like this.
I don't know about this guy. He doesn't look cool.
I don't have any problem with this. My contact list. They're not telling me where they're from, but I'm sure I can click my contact list and see them, what I categorize, the way I categorize them.
Okay, right.
And I would just, there's no select all, which for me it's okay, but maybe if it's a list and it's like the 10 guys that I work with and I always send that to them, I would just do a select all rather than 10 clicks.
Right. Yeah. Go through and click every single button. Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's what I would do. And I would just click send to contacts, which share via email gets confusing for me because it's like I'm assuming that I'm creating an email
invite,
and this is going to send my email invite to my contacts. So I don't know. And also I see this one and I'm assuming that that clicking here will send this invite on a social network,
right?
But I don't know if in the social network they're going to post a HTML invite, if it's going to be a URL, or I'm not sure. What this thing does. I'll go to send to contacts.
Right.
And
that's a good point, because like if you're you're creating an email invite, then you are already assuming that this is by email.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. For me here, I'm selecting my contacts to send that email to. So this is confusing to me.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe a better idea would be like, I mean, if these are like saved contacts, like within the application itself, maybe instead of saying share by email, it was like add, unlisted contacts or something like that. Like, maybe that would be better, less confusing between the two.
Yes. I mean, when I'm doing an email invite, I would expect to just write the email and send it to designated people. And this having three options. I mean, there's one that is clearly the call to action and the one to go based on the colors, but it's just, I don't know, overwhelming to me. I would just do a send.
Right.
Boom.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a big old send button there.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I want to get this email out as soon as possible.
Sure.
If I want to save this as a new list, maybe I can do it in the future, but it's not what I'm here for.
Right.
So I would click send to contacts.
Okay.
And this is the page where I should land.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and I guess initially, if we save it, like then you're just brought back to your email. Okay. But I would imagine you would need some kind of like notification, like
I was
sent.
Right? Yeah, a confirmation.
Right. For sure. Okay.
That tells me, the thing was sent.
Okay. Yeah. Something to make you confident that you've completed your task.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. All right. Cool. Well, that's it. That's all I have for the task. So then just kind of in conclusion, and you gave me a lot of great feedback throughout it, but if there's anything additional that you have to add, any thoughts, frustrations, things you liked, things that could be better, any last words?
Probably, I mean, there's definitely an RSVP system going on in here. This seems to be like a very event planner relating thing, because if you're going to add favorite venues and you're going to add list of contacts, that means that probably you're going to be you're going to be doing this like many times,
right?
Because you're going to have your favorite places and your favorite contacts. I like that. Like if I was a party planner, if I was going to just, I don't know, create an event, I would just probably try to make it easier in terms of faster.
Okay.
Not easier, faster.
Faster.
Yeah.
Much quicker.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And then I would probably, if I'm sending things by RSVP, and I still, I don't see it here, but I was going to ask you, can you see the conversion? Can you see how many people RSVP'd?
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's a good point. Is like, how would you keep track of who has RSVP? Like you would need like some kind of additional category of like attendees or something like that.
Yeah.
And and you would see kind of like how Facebook does it, where it's like it shows you who's going, who's not, who's maybe and who's been invited.
Yeah.
Right, but hasn't replied. Or something
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that. Okay.
Because that way I can just gauge, okay, there's going to be 100 people at my blogger party, or there's going to be 20.
Right. You would need to know. You need to like measure that, because that in turn like informs, other details that you're planning for, like food.
Yeah, exactly.
Like yeah, and I really like how you mentioned, because initially, I guess, when we all thought about it, right, like these favorites, for example, were specific to this event, to the blogger party. So they were tied exclusively to that event. But you're right. If they're going to be using this application again and again and again, because that's what they do with their job, I mean, these favorites need to be tied to like their user account, not exclusively to an event. Like if there's things they want to reuse. So yeah, that's something interesting to think about for sure.
If I find like a pizza parlor which I really like, I wouldn't unfavorite the place.
Well, it would become annoying that every time you create a new event, you have to refavorite it or something like that.
And you have contact lists, so you can definitely I'm assuming that the contact lists will just move across the app, so you can have the same contact list regardless of the event.
Right.
So I would expect the same with the menus.
Right. Okay. Nice. That's awesome.
But yeah.
Okay.
Well, cool.
Good. Nice. Would you sign up for an account? No, just kidding.
I don't create too many events.
Yeah. Okay.
A year, but I can see this being useful for a party planner or an event or like someone in HR who has to create events for their employees.
Okay.
Or recurring events or stuff like that.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, that's something we definitely kept in mind, is that it could be used in a professional context as well, like planning work events, instead of just like, not only for like a baby shower or something like that. Okay. Well, awesome. Well, thanks so much for your thoughts and your feedback. That's all really great. Yeah. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Thank you.